Hi, I'm Nicholas Woolwork, CEO of redbrickpropertyforum.com and globally published author of Investing in International Real Estate for Dummies for the famous For Dummies self-help guides. Go and jump on Amazon and grab the book. Loads of interesting content covering HMOs, all the other strategies, commercial conversions, joint ventures, financing, creative financing, and mindset. It's a big part of my career, my success, and a big part of what I do. And so that's probably the biggest tip I can give you today is go and get the book and read the mindset chapter, because that is what it's all built around. Now, I wanted to just do a bit of more of a personal video on this one and just tell you about my life that runs at 100 miles an hour and how to deal with the stress of running a bigger business, running multiple build sites, working with lots of different clients, and how I deal with that and how I kind of manage my time. I guess one of the most important things, other than mindset, which I'll come on to that again in a minute, is effective diary management. My diary is king. My diary is king with my wife and my family, so personal commitments can be worked around work. And I guess I'm pretty much working in 15-minute slots now, really, in terms of my availability. And good timekeeping is really important. And okay, you might join a meeting a few minutes late occasionally, but being largely on time, as close to being on time as possible is really important. But finishing up meetings, not having meetings for meeting's sake, saying no to meetings. The number of emails I get saying, "Oh, let's meet up in London for a coffee meeting," and I'm like, well, what about? I'm not just going to meet up if there's no agenda and we haven't discussed a potential on email or Zoom first. I always try and have a Zoom meeting if at all possible. Now, lockdown has got a lot of people into the mindset of Zoom and video communications, whether that's Zoom or the Microsoft video software. And there's plenty of different softwares out there. I'm not an advocate. I'm not getting a referral fee from Zoom, just to be clear. But that helped people get into that virtual world a bit more, and that's great for my business because it means I spend less time traveling around, driving, going into London. I'm based out in the Thames Valley, Reading area, so a trip into London is a 3-hour round trip really by the time you've got into the town. And just kind of effective email management is really important. I snooze emails, non-important emails I might snooze for a day or two. I might snooze an email that I've sent to remind myself to follow up on it if it hasn't been followed up on. I also have a good CRM system, a client relationship management system, which is a bit like you might have on a call center where you make a note of a client, all the details of the call you had. When I'm working through calls and business and work and reminders, that gives a good scheduling system, gives good reminders, gives me a reminder of what I talked to a certain person about if I haven't spoken to them before and I need to follow up with them. So having some good tools around you can really, really help. Most importantly is having the right team around you. I've been investing and developing property for over 20 years now, and during that time I've worked with a huge number of consultants, and regrettably you have to upgrade your consultants from time to time. The set that we have now is exemplary and the best in the business, and it's taken us 20 years to get to that point. As we have grown, when you're on a smaller site or maybe doing an HMO conversion, you might not need 15 people in your consultants team and a very highly paid architect. You probably need some floor plans done. And a good local general builder to manage, and make sure you get them on the right contract. But you can probably project manage that builder yourself on a smaller site to save the money. When you start scaling up to bigger sites like we're in the show home of this 30,000 square foot commercial conversion here, creating 44 apartments down in Fleet in Hampshire. This is for a mentee client that I'm mentoring and effectively JVing with. I'm a director on the ownership company. On a site of this scale, it's really important to have the right team around you, the right development team, everyone from the consultants, the construction, to the main contractor, to the architects, the planning consultants, every single engineer that's involved, M&E, mechanical and electrical, which is effectively another word for planning and electrics, designing the right buildings, designers of different technical skill and different areas in the building. Really, really important that we've kind of upgraded our advisors over the years to, I would say the dream A team now. If you guys have got a site out there you want us to help you with, maybe you're struggling with a site, getting it going, you've run into construction problems, or it's a site you don't know how to develop out, maybe you're a care home owner that shut it down but wants to convert it to flats, we can help you do that. We can come in and joint venture with you to help leverage all the expertise and experience we have from ourselves and our team. I'm teamed up, of course, with Martin Roberts, a very well-known UK property expert, so that we can give maximum value, give the breadth and experience of all of our knowledge and track record over the years to come and deliver sites for you. But it's really, really important to have the right people around you to be able to deliver those sites and to be able to take some of the weight off you. As an entrepreneur, how do you deal with the stress of, that's what this video is about, dealing with the stress of running multiple sites and working with lots of different people. Well, you need a team. You need to scale up and build that team, and we're at a size and skill level now where we're able to manage a huge number of sites effectively, and we're on there, brilliantly, working with each and every client to deliver incredible value for them. But we don't do it alone. I'm not on sites every day myself. I'm not project managing the day-to-day running of those. I'm helping orchestrate the whole thing. Think of a conductor in front of the orchestra. You're bringing your team around, getting the best out of your team, giving them the support they need, bringing your knowledge and your decision-making processes and your design expertise and your marketing expertise and all that stuff to a site, but then having people to actually deliver it for you. So I do a lot of marketing, but my marketing manager is excellent, and she does all the brochures and websites and copy, and gives me ideas for videos that we film and everything and in between. We work together, and I sign stuff and go, yeah, brilliant, excellent. I come up with some ideas. Can you get that delivered? But again, having the right team around you. When we partner with people, we'll also help you with the marketing of your site. We'll help you with marketing, advertising, bookkeeping, tax, accountancy, you name it, project management, quantity surveying. All those people come with a package when we work with people. So, it's all about being able to leverage your experience as you go on, and that keeps your stress to a minimum, having the right team around you. Have you been on a site where you're extremely stressed? Are you developing property, investing in property now? What's the most stressful thing? What is the most stressful thing? The most stressful thing, and I want to hear what you think in the comments, is when people do a bad job. You've employed someone to do a job, they're taking ages, you have to chase them. You shouldn't have to be constantly chasing a consultant or a person that works with you and your team. They should be chasing you, right? I always say to people, don't be afraid to chase me. If I'm speaking to my marketing manager or my project manager or QS or whoever it is I'm working with, chase me. If you haven't heard back from me in a day or two or something speedy, call me, WhatsApp me, email me again, remind me, because I'm busy and I need to hear the most important points coming to the top of my list. And that's okay. That's what you want from your consultants and your team, because you want to deliver the job. You don't want to hold them up. And it's all about pushing forward as fast as we can. But having the right people that chase you, not the other way round, takes away the stress of running sites. And I can go home and switch off at 6 o'clock at night, 5:30, 6 o'clock, safe in the knowledge the business and the property is running smoothly, getting on with things, and the money's coming in from the rents, whether it's my letting team letting out rooms, doing viewings in the evening. When I stop, my lettings team don't stop. They're working 7, 8 o'clock at night, some staff on shift patterns, doing viewings when people finish work. That's a key time for viewings, between 6 and 8 o'clock. So, it's really about effective time management, having the right team in place. If people aren't doing a good job, move on. Get a better person in that field that makes your life easy and does an excellent job. And that is hard. Sometimes, I've got to train someone up again. It's like, oh, goodness me. And I've been through staff, like every other business would have done. And you just kind of feel like you're pulling your hair out sometimes. But eventually you find the right person in that role. And then that's how you get a team that I've now got that can help other people deliver sites in an incredible fashion. All sorts of different sites that are out there, lots of different commercial conversions, from care homes to offices, to hotels. We've done lots of HMOs in our early career, and we did 3 last year, in fact. So when we have a stopgap and some cash burning a hole in our pocket, we can do some smaller sites occasionally. So, I've got experience in all that, and my team has experience in all that. So I guess that's how I manage the stress in developments, and try and make my life easy. Going back to mindset, like I said at the beginning of the video, for me, it was an important part of my career. It's an important part in my book. There's a whole chapter of it. I'm writing a new book, actually, which is about the sort of the tips and tricks and mindset of becoming successful. And I really want to write that book because it's really fundamental to everything I've done. You know, I make time every day for exercise. I go for long walks. I'm lucky to live in an area of outstanding natural beauty. So on my doorstep, I walk out and do lovely long walks or bike rides. I do 3 or 4 gym sessions, half-an-hour gym sessions a week in my home gym. So you're better off doing a quick, hard half an hour than not doing it at all. And I find if I do more than that, it just puts me off going and I don't do it. So I've learned myself, you know, smaller chunks is better than nothing. You know, I'm not going to run a marathon anytime soon, but you know what, I'm fit and healthy. So, you know, I think also one of the key things I've learned over the years, and this might sound a bit airy-fairy spiritual to anyone out there, but I do a lot of meditation. So I meditate several times a week usually, and certainly a good handful of times on a month. If I've had a really busy month, it might only be a handful of times. But I do it often enough to keep that mindset in place, and it helps you stay calm in stressful situations, you know. So I'd like to think I'm a very calm person. I can deal with anything. If there's a big problem on site, like in the back of your head, you're like, nightmare, and then quick reset. Right, let's go on, let's deal with this. How are we going to fix it? You know, straight away to already, how are we fixing it? How are we resolving it? Who do I need to call? Let's get everyone in. Let's focus the team on that area and resolve it. And we know that if we procrastinate, that's going to cost more money. So jump on, get it sorted, get it solved, spend the money to get it solved, and move on. It's going to be what it's going to be, you know. And that sort of attitude to life, without getting het up and angry and upset, allows you to operate on a higher plane, and that calmness brings real consideration to everything I do. So there's lots of mindset tips. I'm going to write a whole book on it. I'm not going to bore you with all of it now. Hopefully it's not boring to some of you, but you know, other things like the law of attraction, understanding the basic fundamentals of investing and assets versus liabilities, pulling in mindset with knowledge, but it's knowledge mindset, you know, it's education, and setting goals. Visualization's an important one. Lots of different things out there. So stay tuned for that book. It's going to be out probably in a year. So stay tuned for it. I'll you know, be posting videos about that, no doubt, when it comes out. But I hope it helps people. And so I hope those mindset tips and day-to-day life working tips have been of value to you. Maybe it's reinforced some of the things you do already. And if so, great. I love reading entrepreneurs' books of successful people, and I read and they go, this is what I do. And I go, great, I do that. That's brilliant, because that reinforces that I'm doing the right things. And each book I read, I like pick one nugget out. I already do that. Great. So if I don't learn something new, it reinforces my belief and knowledge of what makes someone successful. So every book has a nugget for me. I hope my book has lots of nuggets for you. It's on Amazon. Type Nicholas Woolwork into Amazon. I've got a couple of books. I wrote Brexit for Dummies for my sins, but Investing in International Real Estate for Dummies, Mindset chapter is a great chapter. And you can hopefully get a nugget of lots of different property strategies on there. If you'd like to work with me in any capacity, my details will be around this video. Head to nicholaswoolwork.com ultimately. You can do /mentorship to see our mentorship and JV options, working with Martin Roberts, TV property expert. We've got a very similar mindset, real similar ethics and mindset, and a huge breadth between us of contacts in that industry, contacts I've been talking about, that allow us to go and leverage our business and help other people make a success in their business too. So I hope you've liked this video. Please do subscribe. Please subscribe, guys. I want to have you join the community and join in. I want to hear your comments. What mindset tips do you do? Who meditates out there? Who uses visualization techniques? Who's building their team, and who's the most important person in your team? I'd love to hear your own opinions and stories on your own journey. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on another one very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.